question marks in it in draft, like, oh, this is not a tanky top laner, right? It's not a traditional front to back. Can they actually do it? And then they smashed it out of the park. And if I see this setup, you're going to have Prio on bot side, looking much more in control. And Pyosik, this invade, we've seen this backfire time and time again. He's going to get found out here.
I mean, it was so obvious that Croco was going to be here as well, as Croco's just running after him. Pyosik gets the smite off, but immediately the follow flash is going to be there. And yes, I mean, Pyosik should be able to kite this one relatively well with phase rush, as well as just being Lillia, so he does make it out.
Right now, because this is not looking like the same team.
No, and Pyosik once again going to be discovered by Croco, and look at him, he's just running, the bear man, just running so fast, stealing things away. Pyosik might be able to contest this, but there's the flash headbutt pole. As Pyosik gets exhausted, it looks like he's okay for now, as Bao just going to jump on top of the cow. Croco also in trouble now, as I didn't mean to rhyme everything, but sometimes these things happen. Flash into the brush, Croco in trouble, and Bao is back in this game. Bit of a headbutt pole onto Pyosik, but it's just not enough, right?
And this is also...
And SOLKA's dead in the mid lane. It's going to be Croco grabbing that kill.
Flash used by Fate there, so I imagine it was a flash scatter that set up that play. Croco just followed. I think one Mystic shot does not really do that much.
I think it was mainly just trying to get vision on UDyr so that he would run away. And yeah, look, that's a way to do it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, now there's a Gnar into the wall. Doesn't quite get the stun, but it looks like they will have the damage. Kingen going to flash away as Pyosik. Not a lot that he can do. Does put them to sleep, but no, Summit actually going to be okay. Back to mini Gnar at exactly the right time. That's the hyper proc you were looking for, as we've seen Jayce's destroyed.
Which wasn't actually the problem. It was specifically Summit and Croco. And then you go back, and this is why we were excited about this team, right? This is why we want to see Liiv SANDBOX go for these proactive early game draft. This is why we expected them to actually make it to playoffs, even though the odds were not necessarily in their favor. And I'm loving what Summon and Vision set up. You need to have the priority, you need to have the roam. As we saw there, Effort, even if that topside play had gone well, Effort had God.
Okay, I guess Shelly's coming. She's gonna take the long way around, but she'll make it. As Kingen, he's got a long walk to get out of this one, as, yep, out of the brush comes the scary shellfish. It's a really cute way of, you know, making sure that you do get that charge. They crash the wave just in time. Becca from around the corner, Moby boots in hand, but not able to get too much. And, yeah, I mean, sometimes you get punished for blind picking the Gnar.
Right, it's not a done and dusted case. I think the DRX comp, even though they're playing from behind, still has some really solid late game win conditions in SOLKA and Bao, which, with Kingen not being very relevant and Pyosik falling behind,
is indeed going to be coming.
Possible flank from Summit necessary. If you just let DRX poke for free, it'll be a rough one for Liiv SANDBOX.
He's also getting poked out. Doesn't have much of a Gnar bar. As in goes Becca, flashes away immediately as now Effort gets amongst it. It is going to be the Ocean Soul as the Solar Flare connects onto Effort as well. It's a big old sleep as Kingen looking for Summit off towards the side, just keeping him busy, but he's just going to get solo killed off towards the edge. And Liiv SANDBOX actually win the ensuing 4v4 off to the other side. And Bao realizes he has no real option as they were waiting to deliver him back into the pit. And this one should go over to Prince pretty comfortably. That was adorable to Croco. Can you write that one down on the POG selection sheet? Classic Liiv SANDBOX throw, and do get to finish off their season on their own terms.
The big difference though is that unlike a team like Africa, which up until their final games, where they had no pressure and were just stomping people for some unknown reason, they actually have not, I think, can't be allowed to play Ezreal anymore because it's just getting to the point where, like, I guess he just...
I mean, if you're the opposition, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Viktor, and then once you see your opening, you hit your bowling ball, or Becca sees a good angle for a solo flat, then you go in, then you make the play.
Something that you said already today about this squad, but you sort of have to, right?
In this case, I think this is... I don't know about this one.
All right, got a lot of circles coming down here. SOLKA's doing his best to run away. Croco doing now the same.
This is that DRX's struggles continue. This is not the same team.
This is the worry, right? And Effort going to displace Becca. He tries to get back out again, but that's 4 people. There's no amount of tankiness that this Leona has that's going to allow her to survive that. And Liiv SANDBOX are just fine.
And here we get a problem with the DRX composition. Once your Pokemon becomes inconsequential...
Oh no. Effort finds him once again. Oh, not going to be in range of the trample though. It's good sidestep. And, oh, it's getting close. Summit really wants to get that. Hop does not find the blind boomerang. And Kingen,
Gage, he needs to carry all the weight, and I don't think that she really can.
Well, Pyosik's going to get smacked into a wall. The wall-up does come down, but now it is Summit's turn to get surrounded, and he's going to get popped. So the little orange balloon going to be said goodbye to, and now Effort looking for some revenge. And Becca, I think I've seen this movie before. This is going to be difficult. True Shot Barrage going to connect. Through the Eclipse, not quite enough, but with Syndra there, they are able to lock down the Leona.
As a CS lead is actually insane to me. I don't get that at all.
Well, I mean, it's just because he hasn't been able to participate too much more, so instead it's been getting around and getting as many camps as he possibly can.
Yeah, but it feels like he hasn't had access to his jungle for the entire game. Yeah.
Fate grabbing himself a kill here. DRX grouping up as 5. And we're looking for Soul Point on the side of Liiv SANDBOX. They get it as I say it. And now, okay, poke on both sides, remember, but you do have to be really careful. This Ezreal is hitting like a truck. Kingen in so much trouble. He'll get stunned. There's the pole. Goodbye, Jayce. The trade's going to be there most likely as the Alistar will fall down, and the Chaos Storm did do a fair bit of damage. Summit looking for the re-engage as Solar Flare finds a slow onto Fate. Pyosik goes golden, but now he might be out of position. Has to flash, but does make it to safety. 1-for-1 still, as DRX are looking now to disengage.
They don't have the damage. They didn't find the lead in the early they were kind of looking for. The counter pick's not really coming to fruition.
That being said, oh god, we can't really cast a curse potential that much.
Oh boy.
Yep, is it happening? Is Summit once again going to get caught out of position? In goes Bow, hops back out with the reset, and he'll be able to grab it. Prince unable to land a couple of those autos as we're looking to try and trade it back towards the top side, but there is a Chaos Storm, and it was in Casper Cup. It's the only time Liiv SANDBOX have beaten this team, I believe, in the last 2 years. It's one of those hurdles they haven't been able to get over, and now Summit looking for an opportunity. Pyosik goes gold. True Shot Barrage a little bit too early as the Bambi just escapes. Gonna be all right for now, but that's a lot of buttons now on cooldown as Liiv SANDBOX look to take down their Ocean Soul, and they should be able to just grab this for free. Yeah, plenty of damage right there. Scat of the Week doesn't land, but who cares? They've got an... Also, you can see that Prince having a really good time. Bow is still an option, still a win condition, as there's a headbutt pull from Effort. Doesn't necessarily find enough of his targets. It looks like Kingen's going to go down. Summit finds the backline as well as the Gnar will get stunned up. Becca now looking for his way out. It's Fate. Wants to be able to lock this one down. Croco is dead already. Bow is at full health. There were some lower health bars on the side of Liiv SANDBOX and DRX. It could have been way worse for these guys. Oh! Pyosik just gets completely clobbered by the True Shot Barrage. Prince is massive, and look, he might have had a
backbone breaking. Like that single True Shot Barrage kills the jungler, means that no one from DRX can come in without having to back. And that Baron going over to Liiv SANDBOX might be the final nail in the coffin for DRX.
Yep, and the health bars are full again.
Although, combined with the continuous DPS coming through from the Viktor, and then go from there. But unfortunately for them, it's not like, as you said before, Liiv SANDBOX, they don't skill poorly either. Sure, they don't have the greatest of teamfight comps, but they have hard engage. Effort has been super diligent in making those plays work, and I think the base is just going to crumble here, Atlus.
Yep, certainly started to, as that's a decent scat of the week. Onto Becca, he gets taken down below half health. Not going to be engaging anytime soon. Eclipse not enough to save this guy. There's just too much damage on Liiv SANDBOX. So many poke options, and
the fact that it was 37 minutes in the game.
They actually just completely juked them. All of Liiv SANDBOX headed towards the top side. The obvious play was to move towards the Elder. Instead, they decided to come up here and get themselves a free turret. Not going to be able to get the inhibitor off this one just yet. But you can see Summit, he's just taxiing some minions up the mid lane, and they're going to retain all of that extra pressure. There goes the final inhibitor, and there's still 30 seconds.
Well, you can't leave your base. It's just not happening. Even if Prince hits there, he hits 1-2 Mystic shots, and he's fine. Again, he's going for the Tiamat as final item here.
Oh god, okay, Pyosik going to go golden. Shock Blast lands. This was a different Jayce. That would have been actually something that mattered, but unfortunately not quite, as Becca has to flash away as well. So much range, so much poke, so many things just flying towards DRX. Liiv SANDBOX now just going to kite back towards the Elder Drake that has just popped up. Now looking to set up a gank brush. There are many different brush options. Okay, that's a decent stopwatch from Kingen. Keeps himself alive for the moment. Flashes out, Croco gets exploded. Bow picks up that kill, but they've traded 1-for-1 for now. Effort now has to limp out of this fight, as you can see Summit looking for even more. SOLKA, oh God, every auto attack is so damaging. But Liiv SANDBOX, look at these low health bars. Does not matter. Tick, tick, tick. And they're full health again thanks to the Ocean Soul.
And the base is things in League of Legends, Atlus. You can't leave your base ever. DRX, they go for a Hail Mary fight, hoping to find an angle. They absolutely do not find anything.
Prince definitely likes it as well. If you're a DRX fan, you definitely don't like it.
Not having fun.
Yeah, now we're pushing in towards the base. Oh God, Bowie's so close to getting dragoned. But he does make it back to the fountain for now. This Nexus turret, oh my God, it explodes. Huge pulverize from Effort as well as Kingen died at some point in that fight. Now the dragon's coming down. Double kill already for the Ezreal as Effort gets saved by a buster shot actually for quite some time. But now Prince is just able to play with his food. That's the Quadra. The Nexus is dead and Liiv SANDBOX make a lot of people pretty sad that they fell to a Freaka so convincingly.
Pressure this